It's the Sue and Show. Sue and Show. Sue and Show.
Of Hourish Show.
Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2.
And Sue.
Hello, 3 4 5 6.
And we're in the room.
Listen to that improvisation. I went 1 2.
And I went 3 4 5 6.
Wow.
Natural.
Wow.
Sure,
We haven't
absolute.
lost it.
We haven't lost it.
It's Sunday afternoon.
It's Sunday. I have to tell you this. You know, I'm posting all the time on Insta.
Yeah.
And I put up Bridget the Nun from 30 years ago.
I know, I saw that.
In the Gaiety, the Olympia.
When you say the Olympia, now I was trying to figure out.
It was for Amnesty International.
Ah.
And it was the bigger one. Isn't the Olympia the bigger one? I was looking at the space.
I looked at that video and I did not think that was the Olympia when I saw the shot from the
Because we
stage.
did 3 nights in the Gaiety.
Maybe it was the Gaiety.
I think it's
We
the
did-
Gaiety or somewhere else even bigger.
It looks bigger than either of them, but Jesus.
Wasn't the Olympia, I know that much.
Well, we definitely did a 3 night. We did 3 nights in the Gaiety.
Well, then I got it wrong.
I think.
It was there's Amnesty International banners behind us, so it might have been an Amnesty International gig.
Okay.
So I think what was fascinated me though was it got so many views, so many likes, so many shares, and I just think it's phenomenal that song Bridget the Nun is the song people always remember from the Newlers.
I know.
Bridget, because it's pretty basic melodically. Bridget the Nun on her little bike. Bridget the Nun, she's as quick as you like. But I guess I was listening to it. It's 2.5 minutes. It's a really nice story, very quirkily told, and
Yes.
it's continually surprising and delighting where it's going.
Yeah, and I think there's just a nostalgic thing, you know. I think we wrote it even when nuns were gone. Do you know, people were going, don't write about nuns or priests. They don't.
Yeah, it was totally passé. I always remember in the review of our first run in Andrews Lane, we did a run in the first Dublin Theatre Festival, and then that December we did a theatre run in Andrews Lane Theatre, and it was reviewed on the View, on the review programme on RTE. I always remember Gina Moxley going, "Oh, if I hear more about nuns."
I know.
She was like, "Oh, nuns, nuns, nuns."
And yet, we wrote that in 95, and yet, Father Ted, do you know?
You've predated nun-centric comedy with that song before Father Ted was doing it, am I right? Or did
We
you-
caught the
nun wave.
nun wave.
The nun wave.
yeah.
It was the same era.
Now it's so prehistoric that it's funny.
So prehistoric.
That it's funny.
And
Again,
people are nostalgic about it. But what would be your favourite song?
what would be my... I just... I don't know. I love Donald Sutherland, but but also no one would be single if we were all multilingual. Do you remember that song?
yeah.
I really like that song. So what was that song called? What was that song?
Johnny was a lonely man. Johnny was a lonely man. A refugee. And she went, you can't say he's a refugee, so we had to say carpenter.
I know. A carpenter from Pakistan, and in his heart the sun shone.
Though life hit him
Like a truncheon on the head.
and Judy was a lonely chick, a lonely something from Limerick. She longed for guys with sunshine. Oh, she met worry just 9 times out of 10. And oh, can't we see what lonely Johnny needs?
Anyway, for some reason, I just used to love that song.
Oh, I thought you would have said something more obscure. Some of the later songs I loved.
Like what?
Here you stand and stare at that was the one you wrote. And only day.
Oh, looking at my husband's
Falling
boxer
apart.
shorts. Falling apart. His boxers are falling apart. Oh, I forgot. Do we have a recording of that anywhere?
We don't have a recording, and it's a wonderful song. And I remember us doing it in Edinburgh, and people loved it. People were laughing and crying at that song because it's about a marriage falling apart because the guy's business is falling apart.
And he's on the couch all day and stuff. He's got into a depression.
He's got into a total because his fountain spout business is. Do you remember it?
I do, yeah. Was it a kind of comedy about a divorce based on a business tragedy?
Yeah. And then I walk into the room and it's pitch black and there's a sort of a
TV dinner kind of vibe.
It's one of those ones that what do you call the comedy structure when it's not pulled back and revealed, but it's you mislead them into thinking that he's watching porn.
And what is he watching?
I don't know, can't remember.
Like Rich and Judy. Yeah. You're falling apart. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to laugh at that one.
Yeah, so there were some really nice songs at the end. The interesting thing about the Nulas, I think, is we really caught the zeitgeist the first time round. But this in the second iteration that we ran for 8 years with Maria, I thought that musically and writing-wise, everything was another level.
Oh, music, yeah.
I thought the writing was very nuanced.
And the harmonies and everything were brilliant.
Yeah.
But the concept was not as, it just didn't hit as hard.
No,
because
and I was a bit too fat.
Anne.
Is that why no one came in?
Yeah. If we'd been, I would just wonder if we'd all been model thin.
No.
Okay.
We were women. That's why. It's nothing to do. We were women. I said that to somebody recently. They were saying, oh, what was it like? And da-da-da-da. And I said, and it would have been a totally different experience if we'd been 3 men.
That's interesting.
In Edinburgh, yeah, absolutely, 110%. To get that level, you know, we were like in the running for the Perrier, which was called the Perrier at the time, the year the League of Gentlemen won it. And to be at that...
We were doing radio shows with all these guys. And yeah, I know, we sold out, 7 years in a row?
I think that we would have had a different career. But anyway, we won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about that, but we just about is, no, it's just really interesting. But it's so nice to put it up again, because sometimes I think it's all been brushed under the carpet, and then it's fascinating to read we didn't exist at all, which I sometimes do. And so it's, it's very nice to put that up.
Yeah.
I'm not bitter.
No.
There's another thing. Can I just ask you really
Yes.
quickly? So I got these pants in the sales. So Paul, I have to show you the pants. I won't move any.
I'll
of
just
the
do
equipment.
colour for the people that are only listening to the show and not looking at the pants.
but I just want to
Yeah.
ask your advice because you're really
Anne
good.
is wearing lilac-y wine pants.
No, they're not lilac at all.
They're
They're dusty
actually
pink.
a dusty pink.
They're a dusty pink,
Oh,
and they're a
I
lovely.
never heard of that colour.
They're a synthetic material that I like. It's
Oh, they're
kind of
lo-
like parachute
they're lovely.
material, so
Yeah.
they're very light.
Yeah.
And I like this detail. They're kind of barrel shaped, but they're too big for me, and they're drawstring and they're gathered at the top. So do they make me look
No. No,
Like-
no. You
Does
got
my
big.
bum look big in this?
No, big,
kind
like...
of like, am I wearing a massive adult nappy under these vibe?
No, and if you ever get blown off the top of a building, you'd be in
might
safe
survive.
hands.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to deviate for 2 seconds. They look fabulous, by the way. I love them.
thank
Just reminded me, did I talk about this on the podcast before? The documentary I'm watching.
Which one?
I'm watching a documentary about a woman whose parachute was tampered
You
with.
did mention it briefly.
Oh, did I? Okay, sorry.
Well, was there some new information came in? Because it's a series, isn't it?
Yeah, well, obviously it was
You
him.
only did one episode. It turns out he was trying to murder her, but she forgave him. Isn't that the gist?
She didn't forgive him.
She was trying to get him off. Her love for him was so strong that when it came to the trial, she changed all her answers.
And did he get off?
In the knowledge, no, he didn't, because there was other evidence.
And he was probably coercing him.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he convinced her to do another parachute jump.
No, then he would go, let's go whitewater rafting to celebrate.
And he drilled a hole, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you just remind me when you mentioned
Did he go down?
parachutes.
Did he go
He
down?
went
And
down.
trousers reminded you of that documentary.
But imagine the love
No, that's not love.
being so strong that even in the courtroom, she is saying,
That's not love.
I
There's a
retract.
thin line between love and
And
psychotic illness. That is that is a dysfunction, a dysfunctional enmeshment with someone. It's not love.
Isn't that what most marriages are about anyway?
This the ones that last the longest.
Yeah.
Are based on some sort of psychotic
Are anomalies.
dysfunction. Yeah.
No, it is funny. Sometimes it's so hard to be clear-eyed about.
Well, you never hear that old thing. They go, why is the marriage survive? Well, he's a taker and I'm a giver.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this thing, codependent. What is codependency?
It's two people helping each other to drink.
Should we?
No, I think codependency is if you maybe have an alco and then you've someone who needs the chaos of an alco in their life or something like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you read about it and you go,
Well, it's not
isn't it-
addiction. Then it would be the person who enables.
Yeah, I don't know.
Codependent, yeah, they need the chaos of the thing, of the dysfunction.
But I always thought codependency when both people are alcoholics. Not just
Are they?
one is sober, the
No,
other's an alcoholic.
it's not even just about alcoholism,
No.
I think. I'm not sure what
I
it
know,
is.
I'm not. I'm just
Because
talking about
sometimes I
one
remember
version.
just reading about codependency and going, isn't that just a relationship?
Yeah, isn't that just normal? Isn't that? Yeah, exactly.
People are mad.
Yeah.
Mad as
Brushes.
brushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was laughing to myself. I'm exhausted from doing rehearsals, and then I'm working with all these young people, and it's so funny because I go for my 2 little glasses of wine after rehearsal on a Friday, you know, and I go back in on the Monday, and the questions are hilarious, you know, because I'm saying, did you stay for another one? Honestly thinking, you know, oh, you stayed till closing. Jesus. Out till 5. And you just forget that we used to do that. But how quickly you forget. You just
How quickly you
move.
forget. Even the idea of staying till closing.
You move so far away from the idea of staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, I'm just exhausted talking to them. And then there's this one guy, because they're all Irish dancers.
Yeah, which is extraordinary because their whole thing is so physical and then they have the energy to do that.
Yeah, so they're dancing all day. They're dancing for 7 hours in the trot in the rehearsal room. They go and have a couple of pints. This is one of the guys I was talking to. He was having a couple of pints, and then he went, "Oh, what time is it?" And I went, "It's 7:15." He went, "Oh shoot, I'm going to be late." And I went, thinking he was meeting a friend. And I'm, "Where are you going?" He went, "Oh no, I have a show." So I'm just anyway. They think I'm very funny. The shock on my face. I make them laugh. So I'm
That
like,
also rem-
how did
I
you?
think it's another version of little old lady syndrome, Sue.
Yeah.
Did you just have another drink after I left?
Yeah. Yeah, mad things. Oh, we went to 3 different places and we got home at 5.
Which is what we would do
Yeah, I
all
know.
the time.
Yeah.
Or, which reminds me, I went to a funeral this week. And so first it was like, we'll go to the church, and then when you go to the crematorium, yeah, I think it'd be nice to go to the crematorium. Oh, but then when you come to the afters.
The crema what?
The crematorium. What?
Crematorium.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
Crematorium.
You said crematorium.
Oh, sorry. You know, I have to concede for this podcast that I reduce it slightly, but I actually talk like this all the time. So
She talks like that at home all the time.
Yes, I do.
In the apartment.
In the apartment.
Yes.
Will you come to the crematorium? And I said,
Crematorium.
crematorium. So we
Yes.
went to the crematorium, and then it was like, well, we'll go to the afters, and it was just in a pub, and then it's the magic question: will you have a glass of wine? And yes, and then will you have another? And then another. And then it was really hot afternoon, and then it's 3 o'clock and it's boiling, and then
I don't,
I'm stumbling home.
I know.
But I helped her get home.
There is this weird thing about funerals, though, where you do that thing, and you even meet people sort of before the funeral, going into the church. I'm just popping into the service, and then
3 in the morning,
and then we're standing outside the church.
Well, I'm going to
Are you going to the grave? Up to the grave? I wasn't going to go. Well, we're going. Do you want to? We can give you a lift up there. Oh, well, okay. Well, we'll go up to the thing, and it's just this dumb. It happens every funeral, doesn't it? You're afraid to leave.
Depends on how close you were to the person.
Well, no, it doesn't even.
You're just afraid to leave.
But can I just say, it was very civilised after.
I think it's just such a nice Irish thing. People really like to see a crowd coming to the crematorium, and the afters,
Or the gravatorium.
The gravatorium. It's such a nice supportive thing. It's such a, because I know in England you'd be like.
It was sad because it was a good friend of mine, Stephen, and his father's 92, so it was a quiet funeral. I said to friends.
Was he 92? I thought he was 86. Oh, sorry.
All his friends are gone, so it was a very small little funeral.
Yeah.
But Stephen gave a very nice eulogy at the end. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh,
yes.
you googly.
And his good friends turned up. His sister was there, and it was civilised and very sweet. And it was nice for us to be there. I was glad we were there for him.
And had some hilarious conversations, and really actually enjoyed the afternoon. And then I came home, and I said to Paul, I just need a little lie down now. And then I woke up and I went, well, I'm down for the night.
You woke up at 2:00 the next day.
Yeah, and then there's the whole day gone. But it's lovely to take a pause like that.
We were home by 6:30.
I know, but there's a kind of a treadmill at the moment with work. It's just every day, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's amazing to take that moment. And I have 2 aunties at the moment, and there's 5 of sisters left. My mum and her 4 sisters in England still, they're all in their 90s, and 2 of them are now on end-of-life care. So it's going to be, Mum was going, we'll be all gone by the end of the year. Well, hopefully not me. Hopefully not me.
She won't be gone by the end of the year. You joke with me.
She absolutely won't. My mum goes, my legs, but she's so sharp.
Yeah.
She could chat about anything.
Just goes to show you the mind.
The mind. So
she's constantly
I somehow
curious.
think that it's not her time.
Not at all.
It's not her time. She's 92, but not at all.
Not this year.
No, but there's going to be at least 2 funerals coming up in the next few weeks.
Anne has spoken.
No, but they're on end of life care. Used to be this thing in England called the Liverpool Pathway. The Liverpool Pathway was kind of end of life care in NHS hospitals, and it was just short of them going, they're on the Liverpool Pathway, put a pillow over the head. It was kind of that level. They would just decide you're on the Liverpool Pathway, and they would it is awful. They would take away nutrition and hydration.
Really?
I think it's torture to remove hydration from a human being. I remember waking up after a 10-hour operation and not being allowed to drink. And it's still a nightmare scenario. They were just padding. I don't mean drink. I mean, there was just a nurse beside me. They had the little
sponge thing,
yeah,
I know.
Have you had that? And I was dying with the thirst. I was so dehydrated after the long operation. And I remember I could barely move, but when she went out, I just managed to reach for the glass. She'd been down from me.
Why? Because you're not supposed to take a load of
You're
water.
not supposed to, because
what they usually do is they'll still
catheter
dampen
wasn't
their
in.
mouths and they'll still moisturise. And
Yeah, but it wasn't working.
It's not the same for someone in that place in those final throes. It's like you or me being thirsty.
Thirst is the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Thirst is the
where you
worst.
end up in your last few days is like, so I just saw with certain family members who had who only had public healthcare, as opposed to private. That's the only reason I have private healthcare, is because, all the grandparents had private healthcare.
And what was the
And
difference?
they were just cared for so amazingly. The palliative care was just level was
Why,
incredible.
what would the public be?
Oh, I saw it. It's awful. You're just on an award with other people with a curtain around you.
Big clock hanging over you. Okay, you've got, we're giving you 2 more hours and then we're going on the Tullamore pathway.
Why? What's the public
What's the
like?
Tullamore pathway? We put a bucket over your head. And go for the
What's it like in public? Oh, they just shoot you.
If you're lucky.
In the private, it's like, hors d'oeuvre. You choke on an hors d'oeuvre.
You on caviar. How did he go? He choked on caviar and a little blini with a little soupçon of creme fraiche.
Yeah,
He said it was
yeah.
delicious.
What was his last words? The pig's truffle was delicious. So that's just a little hint into the gulf that is in Ireland between public and private. No, I really saw it. I mean, Jesus, my mother and father were really well cared for in St. Vincent's Private, and that's where my husband's parents died as well. Yeah. And the nurses were superb.
Please tell the beautiful story of Barney McKenna. In the room. This is my favourite. Barney McKenna was in the Dubliners and he was such a character and you've so many stories about him. But
We've told a few on the podcast in the past.
I love this story.
This is a brilliant one and it's my favourite one, and it's when we were all in the family room. Well, basically there's the room after your loved one passes away and we all go and gather and have tea and talk, and it's all, and obviously the mood is sombre, and Ronnie had passed away, and Barney was there, and there was a few Dubliners there and a few family, and we're all sitting around, and there was a lady chaplain that had been coming in and out, who they all kind of made them bristle. She was your typical wringing of the hands and that sort of holier than thou kind of thing. And she came in afterwards to say, we're deeply sorry, and now take your time here. There's no problem with the time-wise. Stay as long as you want in the room. There's tea there and milk and whatever you need. And Barney's sitting like beside her. He's sitting in a chair. She's standing up, and he's the nearest person to her. And she goes, now, if there's anything at all that you need, please don't hesitate to ask. And with that, Barney goes, would you have a biscuit? No. I kid you not. The whole room just cracked up laughing. It was just so funny. It was like, she was just so serious. She had no sense of humour, but it was just...
tell me this, was he genuinely saying that, or was he cutting across?
Do you know the thing with Barney was?
You never knew.
You never knew.
Yeah.
He had that amazing knack for, it was just so ambiguous. I think he really genuinely wanted a biscuit, but it was spiritual. The requests were supposed to be spiritual, not...
Yeah, of course. That was...
If there's anything you need.
I love that story about him talking to you about the twins on the way.
Oh, yeah.
And you were saying they're going to be born around Christmas.
Yeah.
And he said, this Christmas or next Christmas?
Yeah. When are you due? And I said, December, Barney, December. This December. So I have my own Barney story.
That's a lovely thing from the funeral we just went to. One of the offerings brought up was a packet of chocolate digestives because he was a great man.
Actually, hobnobs, now to be pedantic.
I heard chocolate digestives.
The packet of bit was hobnobs, okay?
Yeah, but the priest said chocolate digestives.
That priest didn't know what he was doing, okay?
Yeah.
The priest got it wrong.
A priest...
Yeah.
Oh, this otherwise thing, you're ruining the flow. Sorry, I'm going to go back and say that. And at the funeral we just went to, there was a lovely moment where they brought up as one of the remembrances of the person, there was a Shamrock Rovers scarf and a packet of chocolate digestives
Aw.
because he loved his. He was a great man for the tea and the biscuit.
But he hated soup. There was no soup at the afters because
There was no soup because he-
Harry hated soup. Steve said to me, he said, if you mention soup of a day, he'd be angry for the rest of the day.
That's hilarious.
It was an anti-soup vibe, but yeah.
Conversation.
So
Let's go for it.
we were talking at lunchtime about guilty pleasure telly. Like the telly that you really don't want. Did we talk about this before? That we really don't want anyone to know you're watching.
Because I don't watch telly. Oh, go on. What do you watch?
So I've started watching this thing called Blue Therapy. It's
Is that therapy through pornography?
Blue Therapy. Yeah, I just watched a load of porn and now I feel great. I don't know why it's called Blue Therapy, actually, to be honest. It's couple counselling, live, real time. But it's so trashy as well. I
And
can't
is it
stop.
English?
It is, she's English and, yeah, it's English. It's
Because I
English.
saw some clips on socials of an Australian couple saying really intimate stuff about their relationship on a telly thing where they're analysing their relationship.
No.
Well, I'm not attracted to her anymore. And you're like, Jesus Christ, why are you doing that in front of a camera?
It's just extraordinary. It's so compelling. It's like, it's real. You just can't stop watching it.
Oh, okay. Where is it? I want to see it. How do
Blue
you...
Therapy.
But do you not think it's a modern concept that people just have no filter anymore about what they say about
They've no
themselves?
filter and they're going to be on telly.
What-
No, it's
What Blue Therapy? What channel is it on?
I think it's Netflix. I really
Oh,
like.
right, okay.
I really like the therapist. She's really cool, and she's obviously
Well,
very
what
good.
kind of stuff are they talking about?
Oh, they're talking about pretty. Like they chose a couple where money was a huge problem all the time.
Yeah.
And just had become this negative pattern. She was oversensitive about money, and he just didn't give a shit about money. And then she gives them exercises, you know, like here's an exercise you both have to do. It starts off with, here's something I've never told you, but I need to tell you. And then they say it, and then the other person goes, thank you for telling me. They're not allowed to get upset. And that one of them was, not the money couple, but one of the other couples, and it was, when I went out for the work do, here's something I need to tell you. Here's something I haven't told you, but I need to tell you. When I went out for the work do and said I was staying in Brad's house, I wasn't in Brad's house. I was in Alicia's house.
Did you cheat on her?
Yeah,
And it came out.
yeah, on telly.
Was she in bits?
Oh, in bits. In bits. They kind of have the couples pulling up at this big house in slow motion, all dressed up.
They're English couples.
Yeah.
Because the English... Oh, God. Oh, my God. The idea of doing that in front
Yeah,
of...
and then your kids are watching. I mean, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's vile.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah, it sounds unmissable.
Are you sure they're not
It's
actors?
vile.
Sounds quite upset.
They're definitely not actors.
They must get paid money though to
They must.
drag
yeah.
They
themselves.
get free counselling.
But you remember back in the
Well,
old
that's
days,
the end of a relationship.
I mean, the start of this kind of television does go back to Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
That's the first seed of this kind of thing. And there were casting agencies that worked with getting people that would be willing to do that kind of crap and be exhibitionists on telly. But it's like with any kind of documentary, a type of person is going to come forward.
Yeah.
And they do exist.
But telly's gone so. I mean, there's that show where they just are naked, looking at the men naked, choosing man. Do you know it? It's absolutely hideous.
And they're looking at the genitals.
Yeah.
And then you have people who bottom.
When did you decide it was terrible? After the 10th episode you watched?
Oh no, it is vile. Who wants to be looking at people's genitals? I mean, even if you're in a relationship. Oh,
Yeah.
please, it's our podcast. You're talking all over it today.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was going to say the blue joke. And then you
Genitals.
said it.
Yeah.
Stop it. You're going to have loads of editing to do now, and it's your own fault.
Yeah.
I've just, the genitals thing, I've never understood that, what's it called? Dating naked or naked at first sight or
negative, yeah, something like that.
nude look. Oh, awful. And then you're just looking at the genital. I mean,
I know. But there you go. There's the point that you will get people to do it. You will get people to do it.
just to be on telly.
Yeah.
I mean, would you ever look at a fella and go, if you saw they're naked,
I know, and
eating two veg and go, ooh, yes.
and also, you know, what's the point of being on the telly with you showing your nether region when you won't even get noticed in the street?
I know, but these are people who have jobs. They're teachers and
Are they?
they're your dentist. And you go, oh, I reckon, oh yeah.
I
it was on
recognise that, yeah.
Look good naked. Or, oh, Gok One used to do the look good naked. And that was quite interesting.
I liked that.
He was making women look at themselves naked in the mirror and go, I love me. I like my body.
Yeah.
And he was...
And he would do a really classy photo shoot at the end then.
Yeah.
And
he
they would just be
make them
draped
love
with
themselves.
something.
Yeah.
And he would dress them before that. But that was only one element of the show.
It was only one element, but I thought that was beautiful because it was like love yourself, which
Yeah.
was nice. But
Yeah.
oh my God, those couples doing the counselling. Do we need counselling?
Who? You and Sue. And on that note,
On that note,
Yeah.
see you next time.
See you next time.
sing us out with a Nula song, girls.
Newlands, down on Newlands Street.
Great.
If you want to respond to any of the hilarity and stuff we've been talking about,
Or give us topics to chat on.
yes, indeed, you can email us, sueannehalfhourisshow@gmail.com.
Brought to you by Sue Collins and Anne Gildee. Producer Paul Farron.
Sue and Show!